Good morning. Good morning. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics. Coming to you live from the fish room. Come along with me. I'm doing some maintenance this morning, and I will be able to chime in on this camera here in a little bit. What's need to give some attention to the American greens this morning. So I am going to pump out some water. I do still have some crayfish down in here. That is so cute. You ought to see these guys. It's hard to show them to you. Let me see if I can. Wipe my hand. We got one person here. It's probably my phone. Let's see. I changed. It's probably echo. But there's 3 little guys down in here. And I'm going to try to get them out with my fingernail and put them in the 20 gallon. I'm coming back to my camera because got a low battery. It's so crazy. It doesn't take long, I'm telling you guys. Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Yep, I'm here doing some maintenance. And I found 3 little crayfish. Okay. What I'm going to try to do is to give them a little bit more water. Hey Caleb, hey JH. Is there a bad echo? I found out for my birthday I'm going to Aquashella, Dallas. Congratulations. Awesome. Okay, so I'm taking this straw and I'm putting my finger over the end to create a suction. It's not enough water. Okay, I got one in the end, and my phone's going to die. So come with me. There he goes. Okay, I put a bunch of crayfish in here yesterday. I got to get my phone plugged in. Okay, we'll see what that does. Coming back to you. Okay. Yeah, I got some technical difficulties going on here. So I'm glad y'all are excited about getting ready to go or being able to go to Aquashella. I got another one. I won't be able to switch over. And I got one more little guy. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well and staying healthy. I'll come over to the chat here for a minute because I am going to do a water change in the 15. Can y'all hear me okay and everything? I got an echo in my cell phone even though I muted its mic. I only have one watching right now. Okay, I guess I'm boring today. I thought y'all would like to go along and see what's going on in the fish room. I am ironically turning into a crustacean aquarist instead of a guppy aquarist. And the irony is that I still have some mud guppies to bag up, some prepaid orders, and but my crayfish have blessed me so with 50 plus babies and 2 drops, and the little ones that I just took out of that bucket was due to the 3-gallon container that they were in. So let's see what I can show you here. Y'all can just watch if you don't mind. So I hope everybody's doing good. I do that on purpose to keep from sucking any babies up, because right now I don't know where my stocking is. Things are kind of in disarray. So I'm doing a kind of a quick emergency water change in the 15 where the American greens are, because some of the males are acting very lethargic and kind of bent. I know it's got to be something in the water. I didn't take time to test it. What had happened is I took all of the Java moss out of it, and I had an order going out of the Java moss. So I'll be watching that. Hey, how we doing? Raw's in the house. I enjoyed your video that you put out the other day. Hey, Tiffany, good morning. Yeah, I was getting a little sad there at first because I had 3 people and then I had 1. So they were talking about going to Aquashella, and I had to plug my iPhone in, and I don't know if there's an echo or not, because for some reason when you're trying to mute the volume on the on your iPhone all the way down. Hey Jess, how are you doing? I can still hear a small echo in my iPhone, but I've muted my mic on my iPhone, and I think that's all the water I'm going to take out of that tank. So let me get up and catch that. Hope I didn't get any babies. I'll be checking the water. So I do have a few of the American greens left, and I will be making them available on the website again after I get them strengthened up. I hope y'all are still hearing me okay. because I'm going to make, hope I don't grunt too much. I got to lift this 5-gallon bucket. Okay, the lid doesn't like the weight. Okay, but it's up there, and I didn't snap the lid in two. I know y'all were like, she's holding her breath. And I'm going to see. I have a light here now. So I'll make it reach over there. There we go. And this is gravity fed. So I can leave it going. So no pump, just gravity fed. Hope everybody's doing good and staying healthy. So, audio's good. Jess says thanks. Tiffany says, hi Susan, one of your green guppies already had fry. That is so exciting. Yes, that is so exciting. The reason I'm going to leave that on the screen with us, because when we get to talking, we sometimes get distracted, and I don't want to flood the fish room. I don't think it will. And as you see, the guppies are enjoying that fresh water coming in. That's what I love about doing water changes sometimes, is watching the fish swim up and down in the fresh water. And of course, I need to move that stone out of the way so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Some of you might be able to see it. I'm excited to see them grow up. Me too. The bodies of the juveniles are getting a little shorter, so keep your water changes going. And if you have some frozen bloodworms to feed them, you know, I want to say once a week. That'll help. But good morning to everyone that's joined me. If you would click that like button, if you haven't already, go ahead and do that. But I made a joke before you all signed on. I think Caleb was here and Joseph was here. And I made a joke, and I've gone from a guppy lady to a crustacean lady because I have nothing but plants and mystery snails growing out in the 55. And the 20 beside this 15 has some baby crayfish in it. And the tank underneath of this 15 has 2 crayfish, and I know one of them had babies, so there's baby crayfish in there. And then behind me in a 10-gallon, where there was a crayfish that I sold to Bob at SLC Aquatics, is full of 50 plus, and at one time I counted 73 crayfish. So I'm gonna dump a bunch of them in the 55. That crack was my lid. I hope I don't break it. Let me see what Rawl says. I bought some guppy feeders for my green spotted puffers. Well, after a week, some survived and had fry. Now what? 5 fry. Should I take them out considering it's brackish water? No, they will do fine, Rawl, in there. And as they grow up, the puffer may hunt them or may not hunt them. Because Corey had guppies all in the tank with Murphy, and I don't know if he ever missed any, but they were a lot of guppies swimming around for a good little while. They probably can learn to cohabitate, and guppies can adjust to salt water pretty easily. You see maybe a couple males that I'm talking about, kind of bent spine and not swimming too well. I'm thinking the water change may help, and I'm going to probably put a little salt in this tank to help them as well. Yep, guppies can be in brackish, especially if they're born in it. That's right. Yeah, it is. It's very interesting. And kind of puffer do you have? I forgot. A spotted, green spotted puffers. Oh, okay. As you see, the water level is rising slowly. That's a nice water change. I'm going to add, I think, a little baking soda in there first before I add any salt. I'll probably test my pH after an hour. So I took out maybe 2.5, 3 gallons of water, and I'm putting 5 in, and it was low, so it may fill it up to the brim. Yeah, that white stuff in the middle where the snails are, I just got my notification that I'm live on YouTube, so maybe we'll have some more come on in. I need to do a water change in the crayfish tank, and I added a carbon filter to the 20 gallon so that it can, you know what's got, I got to take a break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Tiffany, I wanted to ask you again, what day was it that you got your guppies? Was it Saturday? Because yesterday I sent some fish out Tuesday. I think I just lost, you hear that gurgling? Just lost suction. Okay. So, no flooding, yay. When did you get your fish, Tiffany? Was it Saturday? Because I think you and CJ got fish at the same time. Because I sold CJ my last trio of peppered koi cats. Because Henry was lonely. I hadn't heard from her. She did say he got it, they came in, and okay, so that bucket is empty, and while I'm over here, I'm going to put a pinch or two of some baking soda in here. And that will help buffer the water. And then I'm going to find some really good guppy food. Let's see. But Tiffany got her fish in. CJ got her koi cats in. And yesterday, Guppy Guru got his colony of the panda, the tuxedo red koi panda guppies. So I'm going to leave that over there for right now. Also, let's see, today I gifted RLC because his daughter went through surgery and he really wanted those American green guppies. And so I gifted him, I think, a pair or maybe a trio of the hey, Mr. Fish, sir, you did wake up. Good morning. Mine were shipped Saturday and arrived Monday. Yes, Saturday here is my favorite day to ship fish. Now, yesterday I took plants down for Sean. Sean bought the humongous sword plant, Amazon sword, and a humongous cryptocorn windy eye, or Wendetti, excuse me. And what else did he get? He bought a giant Anubias barteri on Mopani driftwood, and he bought the 3 $10 bags of the Java moss that was in this aquarium. So that box went off yesterday because it's supposed to arrive Saturday, and if it doesn't arrive till Monday, there's no fish in it, it's just plants, and it'll be fine. I've got to get some of my mutt guppy orders out, and I'm through selling plants. What plants I have, I'm going to keep. And then I've got to start working on the pond out back. I've got to check the TDS and the, I don't have any low pH testing, so I'll probably plug my meter up with an extension cord. No, it has a battery in it. So I'll plug my pH meter up knowing that it's 1/10 off. Hey Zen Ginger, good morning. And see the fry that's in this tank? I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but maybe if I go full screen with it, you can see them. There's plenty of fry. It's a little jagged, isn't it? Yeah, it's a jagged video. So I don't know why that's happening with my iPhone. So I got to start working on the pond out back. I got to find out what the pH is so I can buffer the pH. And then I'm going to start adding some of my substrates. I'm not going to be able to break down as many tanks as I thought. I'll probably break down this 29 because all of those plants over there are, let me see. I'm trying to switch cameras. Okay, that's the 29. Look at all that moss. I got to break that moss up because Wild World or Worldwide Tropicals wants 2 bags. There's still a beautiful Anubias and a cryptocorn in there. Got some guppy grass. There's a young sword down there. There's a piece of driftwood with large Anubias and some Anubias nano petite. And tangled up in that moss, that Java moss, which takes up 2/3 of the aquarium. There's guppy grass in there, duckweed, which I want to wash out the most I can. And there might be some hornswort up in there, but I doubt it. So this tank will be the easiest to break down, and then catch all those guppies, separate those guppies out. I think I've got at least 3 mutt guppy orders. And then I'm going to come over here to the tins and break those tins down. And the plants, there's moss in this tank and moss in that tank. That tank is completely a 10-gallon full of Java moss. It's got, I think, a few pieces of water wisteria left in it. Can moss do good in brackish water? I've seen moss live under strange conditions. Not so sure about full salt, but I think brackish water, it may live in there. And let me double check that, okay? Because I can look that up right quick. Let me see. Can Java moss live in brackish water? Let's see what the internet says. Java moss naturally inhabits brackish waters and is perfectly suitable for brackish aquarii. Ideally, the specific gravity should be 1.005 and lower, but Java moss can withstand higher salinities. Java moss is quite hardy and can even thrive in brackish settings. There you go, Raw. Ta-da! Only asking because I want to provide shelter for the fry. Oh, I got you. Another brackish tank plant is, I think, hornswort will grow in brackish water. Is it Java fern? I'm trying to think. So now we know Java moss. Let me see what it says about brackish water plants. How about that? I used to know it because my friend Chris Guston had brackish tanks. And I think there was 5 of them. Java fern, Anubias, sago pondweed, and the scientific name is Stuckinia petinata. Do not know what it looks like. And Wentz cryptocorn, WENDT''S, or the cryptocorn, I said when did I, but it's WENDTII, and that's the crypts that I have that are also brackish. So there's 4 brackish water plants for your aquarium right there. And let me see what the sago pondweed looks like. Let me see if I can copy and paste, and then see if I can share it on the screen, okay? Ugh, that's nasty. Let's look at some images. All right, I'm going to come over here and screen share, okay? So y'all can see that. Share the screen. Let's do Chrome tab right here. All right. Let's look. That's that sago pondweed that can live in brackish conditions. Nice. And then here, will it switch over? No, I think I have to stop sharing this one. Oh well. I hope that answered your question. And the Zen Ginger says yes, Java Fern, I believe too. And Anubius Zen Ginger says yes, confirmation. There we go. Stop screen. All right. So I'm looking to see if the guppies are doing any better since I added a little baking soda. And I did, what would you say, 3 gallons of water change. I put 5 back in. So that's a 5 gallon. That's a 33% water change. My salinity is at 1.014, so I need to do more search. Not really. 1.005 is not too far from 1.014. You do have more salt in there, but believe me, the Anubias is going to do fine, the Java moss is going to do fine, and your Java ferns are going to do fine. And I don't think you want that sago pondweed at all. It's not, to me, it's not pretty. And it grows over the surface and takes out your lights. You're welcome, Raw. Thank you for the internet. So let me close that down so I don't use that data anymore. But anyway, that's the American greens that are still available. Like I said, the older males are getting a little droopy. So I'm waiting for some of the juveniles to grow up. And I will be doing regular water changes now on that tank to keep that strain healthy. And the mud guppies are they're going through a transition. So if I can find a surface, should have brought my tray in here. Might have to set up another stool so that you can see the transition that the guppies are going through. Let me see. I mean, come back to me and see if I can get enough cable. Can't get close enough on the 10 gallon. I'm going to yank my mic off. I can if I scoot back. Let me see. Let me get my mic cable out of the way. Sorry. So let me see. And I got to loosen the camera a little bit. Okay, I think that's a pretty good shot. I'm going to share it. And you still can't see up close, but my mud guppies in this tank, where'd they come from? They have been culled from my other tanks for selective breeding, and I was going to use this tank to actually breed more black mosaic, yellow mosaics. Hey Calypso, how you doing? But the males are coming out short-bodied, and they look more like little endlers. They still have the rounded tail, but some of the coloration looks like it's breaking off into a top sword and a bottom sword, or a, not a lyre tail, but a sword tail. Not a sword tail. Ew. Gotta run. Stay safe. You too, Jessie. God bless you, dear. Mangroves, the roots would make good hiding spots, I think. Oh, a mangrove, does it grow above the water surface and the roots grow down? That's cool. We got 6, let's see. Let's see what YouTube is saying. I have to mute the audio. It says I have 7 likes. Thank you very much. Thank you for viewing my playlist. My views have gone up to 3,000. I just need 1,000 more view hours, and I can be reevaluated for monetization because I'm going to need it. Hey Danikin, how are you doing? Good morning, Susan. Sorry late. Just woke up. Well, good morning and welcome to the live stream. You may have to replay the beginning because I did a water change in my 15, and anyway, I did a water change in the 15. I jokingly told everybody that I've gone from being the guppy lady to the crustacean lady because I've got 3 drops of self-cloning crayfish, and I've got batches of mystery snails growing out. So, and they watched me catch 3 little crayfish with a straw to put them in the 20 gallon, and they are just like a 1/4 inch long. What you're looking at right now is the 10 gallon behind me, and I was trying to show them how my mutt guppies have gone through a transition. Their bodies are shorter, their patterns are cobra or snake-like, and some of their fins have a black dot in the middle of them, but they look more Endler than they do those big super guppies that I used to have. So I don't know. I probably would have to add some Moscow guppies into it to get that long body back. But and then the tank underneath is full of crayfish. Let me see if I can put it down there. Let me see if I can get them jumping. They are so blue. I will go back and watch the replay later. Thanks, Danikin. Good morning, Kenny. So, anyway, I'm turning into a crustacean lady. Hello, you have reached. That's my answer machine, which I never answer. I don't enter publisher clearinghouse. Bogus. I think I will get the mangroves for my mud skippers. I'm gonna have to look what a mangrove is, dear. I'm curious. I've heard the name, but I forget what they look like. A mangrove is a shrub or small tree that grows in coastal saline or brackish water, and the term is also used for tropical coastal vegetation consisting of such species. Mangroves occur worldwide in the tropics and the subtropics. Let me see if, is there a certain plant? Because this just looks like overgrowth. Let me see. I've never seen a mangrove in an aquarium. Are these like driftwoods? I'm looking. I guess it's a piece of driftwood that you're talking about. I'm still looking. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'll have to share this. I will screen share that so everybody can see it. This is neat. Thank you so much for that information, Zen Ginger. So, let's see. How have your shipments done, or have you sent things out yet? My shipments have been wonderful. If you watched SLC Aquatics unboxing of the crayfish and plants that I sent him, who took, let's see, the local guy here, for the Bama Fish Rescue, he didn't do any videoing, but he took the Half Moon Mosaic colony. I think I got $35 for the colony. Let's see, Bob got the crayfish. Guppy Guru got the Half Moon. No, the the shipment's been going good, Ginger. But the tuxedo red koi guppies, he got his yesterday, so I don't know if he did an unboxing, because in Utah, day before yesterday, they had two earthquakes, a 4.7 and a 5.4. But thank God he didn't have any tanks cracked that I know of. But he said he was going to be doing some changes in his fish room to secure them. And Tiffany got her guppies. Tiffany White, she got her guppies. I think it was 2 American greens and trios. And CJ got Henry the loach. And then she ordered 3 koi cats, a trio, because Henry was sulking and pouting. Oh, that's right. I did see Bob's. Yep. And one had molted in the bag, and then when he saw the mama that was 3 inches long, he goes, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know the crayfish got that big." But yeah, they're not the dwarf crayfish. They're self-cloning, and they'll get up to 3.5 inches in length. And I don't know how many years they live, because I've been selling mine as they grow. I did lose one after, I think, 2 drops. So anyway, let me see if y'all want to see any of the baby crayfish. You see them moving on the substrate. I have almost 75 crayfish in that tank. So I will be catching them and spreading them out and letting them grow up and be selling crayfish. So if anybody's interested in self-cloning crayfish, I will start taking good pictures and put that back up on. I trashed my stock list, so I'm hoping I can pull it out of the trash can and edit it and put beautiful pictures. I still have the crabenzas upstairs. I have let's see, I sold one crebensis to the guy who came and got the Denison barbs. That was a local pickup. And now I'm gonna catch my mutt guppies and separate them in to 3 containers and let them go out. I think I've got 2 or 3 orders of the mutt guppies. Loving them crayfish. I'm still interested in getting some, Rawl says. Well, as you can tell, I will have plenty to go through, even though there will be a die-off in this tank, naturally. Got to keep the water changed, and I've been dropping flakes in there so that they can just graze on the substrate. There is some Java moss in that vase and some stuck on the intake. So, and I think that's some hornswort stuck on the intake too, and some duckweed. Well, it's almost time for me to log off, guys. I appreciate you all being with me this morning. I will keep you updated. As far as my trip to Virginia is delayed from this virus. My mom, I found out, her apartments, senior apartments, is not locked down. My sister told me. My brother went to visit her yesterday, and today Mom wants to go to the graveyard where my sister was buried and visit that. So she told my daughter that I'm coming for 3 weeks. So when I do get out of here, I will probably be gone for a good little while. Yes, just in that 10 gallons in. Just in that 10 gallon. Right there. It's at least 73 to 75 crayfish. And then the one behind me, let's see if I can get over there. Hold on to your seats. My chair doesn't slide very good on this carpet. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I can get over here closer. Let me just come to me. I know watching me bouncing around. Okay, the last couple minutes, I'm going to let you all see that one. Okay, this is the 10 gallon where there's still 2 adults in there. One buried and barricaded herself in underneath of that piece of wood in the front. And then there's one that stays under the seashell where the Anubias is in the middle, past that plastic tube. You can't really see it very well. I apologize. And you see mystery snail egg babies all over the glass. So Darlene took just about all of the mystery snails, and I found one over here, but I told her I had plenty of clutches that were hatching out. So the crayfish have been eating the soft-shelled mystery snails. I don't feed that tank very often. I'll throw some flakes in there, and every once in a while I'll throw some catfish sticks and algae wafer here and there. But I don't want to overfeed that tank because it spoils real fast. I love that fish tube sign. Oh, thanks, Rawls. That was a gift to me from either Ken Elias or Rack at River Life. I think Rack at River Life sent that to me because I did not get to go to Aquatic Experience, and now it's closed down, and now the big thing to do right now is Aquashella in Dallas and in Chicago. So those of y'all that get to go, have a great time. Take plenty of video and pictures. Do your stories, your vlogging. I hope to be with you all again Tuesday night. And until this passes, I want you all to stay safe, limit your activity outside of your home, stay safe, stay healthy, stay wise. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you this Friday morning and touching lives one fish at a time. And on my Patreon, you can catch up with me. Until next time, see ya.